Okay, so let's talk about Anvil Saga. This game comes out June 21st, 2022. It was developed and published by Pyrozic Studio and HeroCraft PC. This game is in early access as of this little review, so there could be a lot of bugs fixed and things missing. I will be, as a matter of fact, letting you know some bugs I did come across, so you might want to wait till these are fixed if they really bother you that much. But anyway, this game is going to be a pixel graphic medieval game where you are basically running a smithy. So you're going to be doing lots of orders, mining from the mine to get ingots or purchasing from the store. You're going to be forging them and smithing them into lots of orders. But there's a lot of like small fun little things story-wise, because this is called the Anvil Saga. What makes it a saga? We're going to talk about that. So if you guys like these types of videos, please like and subscribe and come by Twitch. This is where all this is being recorded. I'm recording this live, so maybe you guys can be here in a future game. So this is just straight single player Steam achievements. This game is definitely not one where you're going to want a controller in the future because there's a lot of menus and stuff. So straight freaking keyboard and mouse, I think it's going to be throughout the whole game. And a lot of updates are coming out. There is a demo, so you can give that a try. But as we're playing it, we've played for a couple of hours now, and I've kind of seen all of the different mechanics and all the different nuances that I feel comfortable letting you guys know that maybe, yeah, this game's good, but you might want to wait for a couple of more updates to make it a more fleshed out experience, because this is a game that you're going to want to spend hours and hours on. It's a semi-idler, but you're also doing a lot of management. So you're like allocating resources, waiting for things, and basically trying to min-max things, all composed in this gigantic story. So in this game, there's two different modes. There's story mode and there's sandbox mode. In the sandbox mode, you're going to be running your own shop, and basically you're just going to be starting with one character and slowly building up your smithy, getting new furniture, getting new tools, and randomly having lots of different customers come in and different events. The story mode, you play as a very specific character going through his life. The tutorial starts out with you as a young kid, or as the father. As the father of the main character, you have moved from England to France, and this is where you're just starting a new sort of franchise there. You are a master blacksmith, and you basically learn how to build and construct stuff. After you go through that little bit of tutorial, it moves over a little bit more. A couple years later, like more years later, like 12 or something, where you are a young kid and your father's there, and you meet some other characters. And during this part of the tutorial, this is where they teach you a little bit more of the RPG aspect, which is story points, plots, and different sorts of choices. In this game, you can have different relationships with some NPCs and factions in general. So for example, the factions, you can choose to help them or not help them out, or a little bit of in-between stuff. One of the very first examples is there is a baron who kind of runs the village, and he asks you to try to make a sort of brooch for him. However, the sort of gem that he wanted you to use in a earlier interaction, you can use that gem to make a you can either try to keep it for yourself to get some money, or you can turn it into a better sort of jewelry necklace for a girl that you kind of have a crush on. So if you do that, you're not going to have the gem and then sort of spiraling interactions there. So that's like the NPC interactions. And then there's the faction interactions where different characters will come up to your smithy, and you can either choose to help them or not help them. You can make these decisions based on if you have the materials at the time, if they're going to pay you well for the job, whether it's worth your resources, or if you want the benefits of the faction. So there's like the French, the English, the huntsmen, the rogues, and church and stuff like that. So you can try to help everyone out, but every once in a while you are going to be forced to choose sides, and then other people will start to not like you. You get different sorts of cons and pros. For example, maybe if you help the church out, you pay less taxes every couple of days. If you really get disliked by the English, they're gonna make it so you cost more to construct your houses, and maybe even things are missing from the store. And so that's the sort of thing. So it's two different sorts of major sorts of gameplay here, which is the simulation RPG aspect and then the choices matter sort of aspect. So the whole game of story mode, you're gonna be just trying to live to your father's footsteps and try to just live while you choose between these warring factions and try to get the love of your life, and that's pretty much it. Now, a couple of more little nuances with the gameplay. You have your house and you have your smithy, and people come in, so you can open up your shop whenever you want. Doesn't matter if it's morning or night, people will show up. Your characters have HP, which goes down if you don't take care of them, either by sleeping or eating. So it's like Sims, where all the bars slowly go down and you have to fill it up while you can. So when everyone's filled up, you can do lots of different sorts of actions. Go to the workshop, mine stuff, forge things, smith things, cook things, etc. Everything you do costs money, unfortunately. So you buy new, better beds, better chairs, etc. Costs money. Upgrading the house, getting new people to come in, and the game sort of works on a fame system here. So you are tied to different tiers of like leveling and factions and NPC prices. So you start with like very basic people coming in, like, you know, just people from the village. Maybe some homeless guy wants some nails for some reason. A cultist comes in, he wants a hook, and basically you spend like a couple of ingots for your money. Now later on, as you get more fame, you can upgrade your house to look better and perform better, and then more different types of merchants will come in, and then that's how you sort of grow your business. Things will get more expensive and you make better profit that way. This game does have a lot of things missing, and there's some bugs I've been seeing here or there, and some quality of life I would love to see. Once again, this is early access, so a lot of this stuff could be fixed at a later date, and I hope they do. First of all, one of the things is that, well, to move around the map, it's just one screen for the most part, but you have to use WASD, W-A-S-D to move around. It's very slow. I want them to be able to, I don't know, maybe do mouse pan on full screen, because it's very, very slow moving. When you are interacting with some of the UI and you're trying to confirm either a purchase or maybe even an upgrade, if you have something else in the background, because when you click on something, it opens up a window and sometimes it overlaps other windows. If you click on it, it will hit the button before it or underneath it, so it kind of cancels it out, and so you have to do some really finessing by clicking on some confirmation windows in a very specific area in a specific pixel. It gets a little annoying that way, but once again, all of this can be fixed. There's a lot of dialogue for the most part, but after the game lets you go, it lets you go, and it's a lot of grinding. You can save up to get more people to make things better, or you can go, you know, do your own fame or work on tools. There's a lot of choices here, but I think play the demo, have some fun, wish list this game. Maybe in a couple of months when there's a lot more content, jump on in, because I think this game has a lot of potential. It's really fun when a lot of the random events come in, especially the NPCs that are just like, oh, weirdly demonic cultist who wants you to craft something, or even a vampire who wants you to make cutlery for whatever reason. He doesn't want to tell you why. And then all the choices between each factions and the upgrades. If they can flesh that out even more, because there's a lot of, you know, basic simulator games that work on a resource system where things are slowly depleting and you're getting, you know, orders, and you're tediously managing whatever. Like, that's okay. It's okay here. What makes it the saga is all of the RPG aspects. So if they can really make the choices matter a lot more, and, you know, there's a lot of more small things I didn't even mention, like the characters that you get. You have pros and cons. They get different sorts of benefits. Maybe some are better than mining, some are better at handling some customers, some don't want to work with some customers, so you have to like really learn what each character do, fire them, get new people, etc. There's a lot, right? But if they really lean into it, fix all the quality of life, add more of the content, because there's some missing, like there's a lot of missing things in the game, like resources that just aren't there. It's very basic right now. You're only using, for the most part, ingots for primarily the majority of the game. And later on, you're supposed to be able to get like logs, turn them into planks, etc. That's not even there yet. So yes, Anvil Saga, it's a good game. As I mentioned, maybe wishlist it, check out some more gameplay. But yeah, if you just really want to jump into it, I think it's a fun experience. This is, if you do play it now, you'll probably play for a couple hours, and then you're going to drop it, and then you're going to come back a couple of months later, and it'll probably be better then, hopefully. So, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already subbed, Arena for daily videos. If you want to see the gameplay of Anvil, I'll be uploading it on my Let's Play channel. Come by Twitch, where all of this is being recorded live. All links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.